than 20 years, Roy Wilkins was the executive secretary of the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. The Spiral for Justice Memorial on the Minnesota Capitol grounds commemorates his work for racial equality. I spoke with recently retired CAP Board Secretary Paul Mandell about the memorial and its recent renovation. Roy Wilkins is credited with helping to achieve some of the greatest civil rights advancements in U.S. history. What else is important to know about him?
Well, he was local. He was a local hero, basically, back in those days. Worked through the law system, which is why this whole, the spiral ends up pointing towards the judicial building. Unlike Martin Luther King, who worked outside the system, Wilkins worked through the system and was working through the legal processes. So that's the main distinction point. He did go on to national repute, and of course he's got the Wilkins Center here in St. Paul and such. Between the plaque and the doors that we are interactive, it tells more about his history and what impacts and some of the quotes that he had.
What did the quotes tell us?
The quotes are sort of give you an insight into both the times that he was working with and his thoughts, because everyone knows Martin Luther King and not everyone knows of Roy Wilkins. So if you start from this end, you get a bas-relief of his face and some biographical, and then various quotes that sort of either depict the time or his work or his thoughts. Sort of his version of the I have a dream type thing.
What is the significance of the spiral shape and of the actual shape of the sort of pyramid type things?
I'm not quite sure if he was modeled somewhat after the Washington Monument, but it's purposely ascending as he started his work and became more and more prominent and became more and more involved. It starts off, from his years of leadership, basically markers in time that where he was struggling and not getting anywhere. And then as the pieces rise, he's getting more and more influence and getting more and more known and having more and more success, to the point when in the final end, it all points to the Judicial Center with the reliquary at the end point.
What about the flooring around the spirals? What is that supposed to represent?
It's all representative of African either symbols or patterns, sort of like the Hmong flooring is very, very representative of their designs. But it's repetitive, and it's purposely chained off because in the winter it gets very slippery with the ice, and bronze also heats up, so it gets a lot of sun and a lot of heating, which is why we have wood benches. They're actually wood coverings, because the bronze benches, when we first had them, some people got actually hurt by sitting on them in the middle of the summer.
Oh, ouch.
So we put some teak wood on top of them.
The memorial recently underwent a renovation. What had happened to it over time, and what needed to be done to restore it?
This is all bronze, and the first patination job had been done under extreme weather conditions, and it really didn't take well, and then it had been vandalized over time. The doors had all been broken, either accidentally or intentionally, so some of them were always open, some of them wouldn't open, or some of them were dangerous when they open and shut, so because they're on fulcrums. It needed complete stripping down and a repatination, so we chose the color based on the original intent, which was sort of a warm light bronze. And so they stripped it all down, repatinated it, and then waxed it all so it would stay like this.
So it won't change color over time?
So it won't change color over time. It won't become the green that we see copper happening.